This podcast is part of the Soul Zone Network.
Hello, and welcome to the Butterfly Connection.
Connecting your soul to source with Molly Rahe-Randall and Sarah Courtney.
We are all connected, and we are not alone. What if you could rebirth your soul, gain movement in your life, and reconnect with your authentic self?
Join us each week as we connect with Source to answer the burning questions that lie deep within us and gain clarity and wisdom to soar to our greatest potential.
It's time to fly.
This is BK16, Clearing Out Clutter to Begin Self-Discovery. Hello, this is Molly, flying solo today. I hope everyone is having a fantastic week, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Today, we will be having a conversation about self, discovering self. Are we living our truest, most connected selves? Are we caught up in too many things going on in life and forgetting about who we are? I think that many of us can probably say yes to getting caught up in everyday life and forgetting who we truly are. Some of you out there might not even really know who you really are if asked the question. And I can completely relate with that. I am continually evolving and working on connecting with myself and finding myself. And I feel like a lot of where I have lost who I am has been in getting caught up with too many things that are really not of utmost importance. And what I mean by that is having the cleanest house in the world and the tidiest house in the world is not the most important thing in life. I know for me, I feel like we have so much stuff in our house that has accumulated over the years that I feel very anxiety-ridden and chaotic when things aren't cleaned up. And right now, for me, I am going through a major purge, and really have been for the last several years, of trying to get rid of things. Because for me, yes, you need certain things to live, but many times in life, we are so caught up in luxury items that it's not really something that we need. And for me, I'm kind of starting to get back to the what really are my needs. For instance, and this might seem really minuscule, but I was going through my kitchen the other day and I discovered that we have, I don't know, I think it was at least 24 plates, 24 to 30 plates. Now, there are 4 of us living in the house. We really don't need that many plates. I don't think we have ever in our entire lives used that many plates, even when we've had company over for the holidays. That's one thing where I was like, why do we have all this? I'm going to donate some to someone who needs plates. Or things as simple as bath towels and sheets for the bed. I will never in my life use 4 sheets on the bed at the same time on my bed. And I don't know why I felt 9-10 years ago that it was important to have 4 sets of sheets, but if you really want to get down to it, 2's good enough. So 1 to put in the washing machine and 1 to put on the bed. So I'm really starting to think about life in this way. And I know this seems really small, example, using sheets and towels, but I really have found that as I'm starting to clear up the excess, I'm starting to feel lighter inside. And I'm starting to feel like I have more time in my life to really sit back and focus on the things that are important, which is me and my family. And notice I said me first, because quite frankly, if I'm not taking care of me first, I can't really be present for everyone else around me. And this is huge. It is something that I will say I have failed out at miserably most of my life. I have always put everyone else above and beyond me. And I did that because I always thought that everybody else was more important. Now, I know that some people out there probably understand how this feels. And the other half of you that have now gotten the fact that putting yourself first is of utmost importance, you're probably excited that I'm come to terms and have a full understanding of this now. But I have found, as someone who is a giver, that it is extremely difficult for me to put myself first always, or put the important part of my mind, body, and health first important. There's so many times in our lives where we might allow people to walk all over us or mistreat us in a disrespectful way, but we don't speak up for our well-being because we are so concerned about hurting that other person's feelings that it is more important for us to continue to stay in pain than it is for us to stand up for the disrespect. And I'm here today to tell you that that is not healthy. It is not what is best for your mind, body, soul, and spirit. If we allow people to disrespect and mistreat us, we are disrespecting and mistreating ourselves. By allowing others to disrespect and mistreat us, we are disrespecting and mistreating ourselves. And by doing this, we are telling people that it is okay to treat us this way. When you can begin to speak up for yourself and speak up for yourself in a loving way, there will be a shift that will start to transform in yourself. Because let's face it, there are some people in our lives who are unhappy, and they feel that the best way to continue to be unhappy is by making everyone else around them to be unhappy as well. And if you are someone who has decided or wants to decide that you don't want to be unhappy, if you are someone who has decided that you want to live a life full of joy and happiness and endless possibilities, then there is no place for someone who is choosing to live their life miserable and putting other people down. There is no room for people like this. And this goes for everybody, including family. Just because someone is your family member does not give them the right to abuse, disrespect, manipulate, control, and make you feel horrible, or make you feel any of those things that I just said and listed. They don't have that right. You have the right to say no. You have the right to say, you do not get to speak to me in that way. You have the right to put yourself and your health first. And health is more than just physical health. Health is your mental health. Health is your spiritual health. And we all need to be nurturing our mind, body, and spirits. And we cannot do that if we are allowing others to mistreat us. Now, I know a lot of times it is very difficult to stand up to someone who is being mean and controlling and disrespectful and manipulative and all of these things, but it comes in that time that you have to draw from your innermost self the courage to speak up for you. As you speak up for you, as you set boundaries, as you will allow people like that to know that this is not how you are going to allow yourself to be treated, two things will happen. Either that relationship will no longer be, or the other person will know and understand that this is not how you will allow to be treated, and they will have no other option than to stop. Now, will they stop right away? Absolutely not. If this is someone that is in your life and has been in your life mistreating you for a long time, they just can't stop by flipping a switch. You are going to have to remind that person, and you are going to have to continue to set boundaries. If it gets to the point where you say, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you for a while, that's okay. This is hard. This is extremely difficult to do for someone who is a giver and has a difficult time speaking up for themselves. I promise you, the more you do this, the easier it gets. And the more you shut the door on people who are mean and manipulative and disrespectful to you, the more the door will open to people who will treat you in the way that you wish to be treated. So one thing that you can do to start to put people in your life that you want in your life is simply by closing your eyes and setting out a signal. So we're going to do this little exercise. And if you're in the car, wait to do this when you get home. But I want you to close your eyes right now. If you are ready to set the intention that you no longer want to be mistreated by others, that you no longer want to mistreat yourself, close your eyes with me. Take a nice deep breath in. And I want you to repeat this out loud to yourself. I am worthy of love. I am important. I have so much love and light to give to this world. I deserve to be respected. I deserve to be heard. I honor myself and the amazing person that I am. I allow myself to shine the light that is within me outwardly to this world. I accept everyone who is willing to treat me with love and respect. I am love, and in return, I am able to receive love from those around me. I want you to shine your light now. Imagine you're shining your light out onto the world. And now you're going to blink. You're going to create a blinking light. And I want you to call in all people out there who are wanting to come into your life in a healthy way to show you love and support and acceptance. Take a nice deep breath in. And so it is. You may open your eyes. So this is the first major part in discovery of yourself. Because we cannot truly discover who we are, who we want to be, and where we want to go in life until we move away from the people who are holding us back. We cannot truly start to discover self unless we allow ourselves to open up to the possibilities of who we are and who we can be. And by putting out into the universe the fact that respect and love is a requirement, not an option. And when we start to tell people that respect and love is a requirement and not an option, then those are the people who are going to come into our lives. And the people who are not giving you the love and respect you deserve are either going to learn how to do that in the discovery of themselves, or they will walk away. You have to be ready to allow people to walk away. Sometimes in people walking away, we are allowed to see the situation for what it really looks like. Sometimes we cannot see situations for what they look like when we're caught up in them. So sometimes we have to allow people to walk away. I remember I read one time in a book, in a self-help book, and I cannot remember which one it was. When I was in college, I remember reading about how people don't always stay in our lives. Some people come for a short time. Some people stay forever. Some people come and go. But everyone comes into our lives for a purpose. Everyone comes into our lives, bring meaning. Even people who might not be the most pleasant people that come into our lives. They come into our lives, and everyone else comes into our lives so that we can grow, so our souls can grow. And in that time of our soul growth, that other person is growing as well. But how we choose to take our life lessons and learn from them and grow from them is entirely our choice. And it has so much to do with how we grow in mind, body, and spirit and soul, and how our souls grow while we are here. So I ask you this week, as we move towards soul discovery, to really think about those people and what can you do to honor yourself and to honor your mind, body, soul, and spirit. And sometimes I have found that ways that I can take care of myself have helped also to just really start to speak up for me. And things such as Reiki and sound healing and salt baths and massages and acupuncture, these are all things that I do to help take care of me, to help take care of stress, and to help me to quiet the space in my mind. So if you have never tried sound healing, it is a beautiful experience. It's something that I offer. If you live in the central Pennsylvania area, I do have sessions out of my home that are available. And I do also offer distance Reiki. That is also wonderful. I do in-person and distance Reiki. But if you are in the central Pennsylvania area, I would encourage you to go to my website, www.tuneinwithmolly.com, and sign up for a sound healing session. I utilize crystals and Reiki and sound to really help your body to relax and to help your mind relax. It's a beautiful experience. You can also check out my other services on my website, and I would love to have you in my Facebook group, Tune In With Molly, as well as you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to get on and join the Butterfly Connection group as well. We have many things going on in there, lives, distance Reiki, affirmation, all sorts of wonderful things. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. It has been a pleasure. Much love and light to you.
Thank you for listening to The Butterfly Connection with Molly Rahe-Randall and Sarah Courtney.
Check out our website at thebutterflyconnection.com and download our free weekly guided journaling exercises.
We would love to hear from you. Subscribe to our podcast and give us a review. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest.
And join us next week for another soul-connecting conversation.